Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we are at the Grand Hyatt Bali, Nusa Dua, Indonesia, Bali Island, and I have stayed at this property actually many times, but this is the first time I get to do a proper video. So this is going to be a full resort walkthrough, and we will begin here at the foyer. So here you have the lobby area and the arrival. And they have a beautiful gazebo over there at the reception. Nice ponds, and of course, since it's Bali, there is a lot of nature all around. And from here we will walk through the entire resort. So let's have a look at this beautiful hotel. The beach is in the back, so from here it's about a 5-minute walk through the resort, and from some of the rooms, including the villas, you can go directly to the beach within just 1 or 2 minutes, so that is very easy and convenient. We will walk in a loop and first go through the east side and then come back here, go through the west, and then end up at the beach. So here you get the cafe, and walking towards the Bay Club. Here's an improvised second Grand Club that is being used for families, I was told. So this is a Grand Club that is somewhat indoor, including some a little bit here on the patio. The main one is all outdoor, and today there is apparently like a big meeting convention here from HSBC. So that means it is extremely busy here at the property, and you can actually only see that when you try to book a room, because most room types are unavailable. But due to the hotel being extremely large, you are not feeling a lot of guests around either way. And you'll see that throughout this video, because for a property that is 100% occupied, or like at least 99%, there are not many people around that would basically impede your stay in any way, except in the main pool area. And even there, it is really acceptable in my opinion. I've been to many other resorts before where you felt that it is really full and uncomfortable. But here, Grand Hyatt Bali, that was never the case, because it is really a huge area. So here are some shops, including mostly clothing and souvenirs. Also a convenience store and a small cafe. They also have a night market here on some days in the week. And there's, for those who want to venture out of the hotel, the Bali Collection shopping mall area on the lower end, right on the street level. So you can actually do a lot nearby the property, but it's a resort by the beach, so there is really not much reason to leave unless you want to do an excursion. Here we go down to the Kriya Spa as well as the fitness center, and it appears that they now also have a shuttle service with a golf buggy. That was never the case before. Interesting. I haven't been back here since 2022. Now it's 2024. So this is now August 15th, and it is the best season to visit Bali. And here you have the first block of the guest rooms. So this is the East Village, and you have blocks in room numbers starting at 1, 2, and 3. Here, for example, my room this time was 2140, and I'll update a review of that suite later. But I am in the west part near the Grand Club, and this is the east part, and you can see already there are some room number indicators. So there is a base floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, and everything is very green and lush and nice. And Hyatt, together with Alila, now has multiple properties in Bali, including the Grand Hyatt here, the Hyatt Regency, the Andaz, and several Alila hotels. And you can see it is pretty big. And if I weren't coming here for like the past 15 or so years, actually more than that, probably 20 years now, I would easily get lost here in this hotel. So from here you can see down, this goes another 2 blocks deep, and then all you have there are guest rooms. But we don't need to go all the way down because there's not much more to see. We will instead go back the way we came from, through the lobby, and then go towards the East Village, the West Village, sorry, where the Grand Club is. And also my room, the Grand Club pool, and the beach. Can have a little look down here at the Kriya Spa and the fitness center. And it is now roughly 10 o'clock on a Thursday morning, and the weather is absolutely beautiful. More guest rooms with a view to the garden. So here you can see the difference between hotel rooms that are classified as garden view. Most look towards a pond of some sort, and the others are sea view on the higher floors. You should, if you want a sea view, you need rooms that are on floor 3 or 4. Otherwise you will not be able to see any of the ocean. So the spa is down there, as is the swimming pool at the Kriya Spa, and the spa itself. Kriya Spa has a little, I would call, relaxation pool with a few cabanas. And you can easily take a nice morning walk throughout the entire hotel, as long as you don't mind walking, because it is a large area. Ice cream shop is closed. Then this would be the way back to the lobby, and we will take a right turn here and go towards the swimming pool. There are some evacuation signs in case there's any kind of emergency, fire, tsunami or whatnot. There are plenty of restrooms throughout the resort, so you don't necessarily need to run back to your hotel room, and all of them are very clean. Photography. It's really interesting that they have more services now than they used to have in the past. And here are the two villas. They have this particular one, the Villa Beritan, and then there's another villa that is directly beachfront, one of which used to be occupied by the US president. I think Obama stayed here during a G7 meeting sometime in the past. It must have been the other villa because that one is more isolated, so for security purposes. And here is what I prefer to stay in normally. This complex here. Let's take a little walk from the back because the sprinkler is on, and I'll show you why I love this area most. Because the view goes directly, for one, over the pond, so you have a mixture between the garden view and also the ocean view. Imagine if you have your room right here, beautiful view of here the garden, and then the ocean with the beach right in walking distance. And I'll zoom in up there. So there is the suite that I normally have. It was unfortunately occupied, but it's only a 2-day stay, and sometimes these things happen. And the ducks are still here as well. Look at this beautiful pond. Everything is super well taken care of. Let's go and visit the ducks. To escape a sprinkler a little bit. All right, it's gone. So one of the two villas. Absolutely stunning. In my opinion, even though the hotel is over 30 years old, it's still one of the most beautiful properties here in Bali, and always worthwhile to stay for at least a couple of days and enjoy the beautiful beach and the grounds here at the Grand Hyatt. And here we are already at the beach. Super easy access from the guest rooms, because if you're staying here and then you head to the beach, that's like a minute walk. And even if you're in the back, maybe it's 3 minutes, but it's definitely not longer than that. There are some cabanas and the beach chairs as well. Lots of work and maintenance being done all the time to make sure it looks beautiful, because with so much nature here in Bali, you simply have to keep the upkeep running all the time. So now we are walking to the main swimming pool. See the villa? So the villa has a private pool plenty of floor space, and they have 2 of those. Not a lot, but the pricing is very reasonable. So if you're entertaining the idea of actually getting a villa in Bali that is attached to a hotel, the Villa Beratan is this one, and the other one we will, I think, reach in a couple minutes walking down this same pathway here. We came from there. There's a kids club as well. Some sports are being played by the pool. There's a water sports office in case you want to rent any kind of sports equipment or purchase some. There's also a table tennis. Here are the first beach chairs that belong to the hotel. Changing rooms, and here we go. I believe the cabanas can be rented, but the beach chairs are for free. I haven't really looked into the cabanas because they must be new. Haven't seen them before, at least not 2 years ago. And before that, here is the restaurant as well as a coffee shop. This is Salsa Verde restaurant. And Salsa Verde is open all day long with casual dining, Western style, mostly Italian, and any kind of fusion. I love the swimming pool actually. It's so big. Big and tropical. We're walking through the back because I don't want to have too many people in the video for privacy reasons. I try to avoid that as much as possible. But look at the beautiful beach side over here. It's going to be very windy, so we're only going to stop there for a short moment. But the beach is why I really love to stay at the Grand Hyatt, because the sand and these trees give you a nice shade. And you can hear the wind now. It's going to be very loud on the camera. Nice, clean, white sand. You can hear the music from the Bali collection and the water blow in the back. So definitely plan a couple of days at the beach, even if you don't like to swim in the ocean, but you don't actually have to worry about that because the water is super clear. Everything is clean. There are no real rocks on the beach, and at the same time, at least this year, the jellyfish is absolutely minimal, so that is worthwhile. Then here we will go through the main pool area. Lots of families at the moment. It's a summer holiday season. There's a water slide. Kids love to use it, and all these trees are really my favorite here. And that's a big advantage of a hotel that is 30 years plus old, because you have all this beautiful vegetation on the hotel grounds. Lots of space to lay down and chill, either in the shade or in the sun. You can get some towels up there. More sun chairs. And while in many resorts the sun chairs are a rare commodity, I never really had a problem here in Bali at the Grand Hyatt to get the sun chair for myself. So this pervasive attitude of reserving them by people it seems to be a little bit on the down low here. There's a jacuzzi. And what we will do now is we will take a walk through the back towards the Grand Club, and then go through the Grand Club swimming pool back to the beach, and that will wrap up our tour here at the Grand Hyatt Bali. And this time I got a room in this courtyard. It's a pretty courtyard actually. It's like another garden view complex, and I have the ground suite next to the pond right over there. You'll see it later. And I'll also upload a room tour, and it's called the Grand Executive Suite with club access, which I would have anyway as a Globalist member, but either way. Ooh, it's getting quite hot now. First I thought it's easy to walk around because today it's not very warm, but maybe I underestimated that a little bit. With the wind, it's super comfortable. And look at all this nice vegetation with the fountains, the pond, and the waterfalls. Now we're in the North Village. And here you have the Grand Club. Grand Club is outdoors. Of course covered, but it has this nice pond around it, including lots of fish, and also the main attraction being a big water monitor. So that is something exotic and special. And we will see what else is coming up, but it's going to be going towards the guest rooms now. The Grand Club has always been this way. They recently changed some of the layout. Villa Tamlingan is the other one at the end of the areal, and then there is a large suite called the Beliebes Suite, which is their presidential suite. So you have two villas and one presidential suite available here at the Grand Hyatt. And as I mentioned before, the pricing is actually okay for all suites, actually, not only for the big suites. So I am always very surprised that the price between standard rooms, club rooms and suites is so similar. This is my room, 2140, and before we go through, I'm going to quickly drop something in here, and also to get some cool air and show you how it looks like from the outside of the room towards the pond where we walked just a short while ago. So this is how it looks like when you're on the first floor. And that's what I mentioned earlier. If you want to have an ocean view, you need to be at least conservatively on 3 or 4. In some locations 2 is okay, but I think 3 or 4 would be the absolute minimum. But yeah, even the pond view rooms are quite nice and it's easy to relax here. So I just got up an hour ago. The housekeeping wasn't here yet. And now we will walk to the Grand Club pool and back to the beach. And then you have seen pretty much everything of the Grand Hyatt Bali. And if I consider that on average you are able to get rooms for around $150 per day, property-wise it is actually on the upper end of the quality spectrum. So here we have the Grand Club pool, which I like because it's private, and also you are not allowed to bring children here officially. But this music that is coming from the water blow area in the back is a little bit annoying, but it hasn't been this way in the past week, and this is really an anomaly. Nice lagoon pool here for Grand Club members and also Grand Club guests who book a club room. All these trees, lots of shade and immediate beach access. That is really the strong suit of the Grand Hyatt in my opinion. There is the villa number 2. And we'll take a little walk so you can see this layout as well. This is a Grand Club pool layout and the club in the back. Here we are back at the beach, and for those guests who wish to splurge on the villa reservation, they can also hop directly from their private pool to the beach. Oh, I really love that you have this nice wind this week. There's also the hotel temple in the back. Villa Tamlingan. So this is villa number 2. And I think this was the villa that Obama stayed in. The large one that is a little bit more isolated. And there's also a separate driveway access. So this is more for the super VIPs who don't even go through the main hotel area. And here we're back at the beach. Windy, windy. The cabana, most likely belonging to the villa. And sun chairs. And another beautiful beach day, which I will utilize now. So once again, thank you for sharing this little tour of the Grand Hyatt Bali. And if you enjoy coming here, give the Grand Hyatt a try. I can highly recommend it. And until then, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until then, have a great journey. And if you're on your Bali holiday right now, enjoy the island of the gods.